Okay, well, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is having a fantabulous day. Welcome to Miss G's Ladies Lounge. This is your host, Gwen Finley. I'm so glad that we made it through another week and we're here yet on another Monday evening. Monday. Oh my goodness. I tell you, this has been a real Monday. And so I know some of you are trying to get your thoughts and yourselves together. So what I want you to do, I'm glad to have each and every person who has decided to join us on today. And what I want you all to do is to take a moment and to share and and to let everyone know that Miss G's Ladies Lounge is on the air, that we are live on tonight. I have a great guest that's going to be joining me on today. And so we don't want anyone to miss anything. So make sure that you share. Tell everyone that we are here on Miss G's Ladies Lounge. We are streaming simultaneously on my homepage. We are streaming on Miss G's Ladies Lounge page. We are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming on Periscope. So, hey, I mean, there's all kinds of ways that you can tell your friends to join us. So listen, I've got a great guest on tonight. Again, thank you for joining me on Miss G's Ladies Lounge. I have a great guest on tonight, and I'm so excited to bring her to you. A young lady that is, oh gosh, she's just so full of life and so much to offer the world. So I want to make sure that on today we share with her. Before we get started, you know, I always like to say a word of prayer. So just join me in a word of prayer. God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for everything that you've already done. We thank you for all the things that you are about to do. We thank you for giving us life, health, strength, and breath. God, we thank you for the activities of our limbs. We thank you for taking us throughout all the days that we have already seen. And we thank you even in advance for the things that we will see. We pray today that you will touch someone, that they will be blessed by this broadcast, that they may hear something, they may get something in their spirit, and they will be empowered and they will be encouraged on today. I pray that you will bless my guest. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So I want to thank you again for joining me. It's going to be a fantabulous chat with my guest today. I have Margaret Sledge. She is with me, and I'm trying to get my little thing here together. So Margaret is with me on today, and she's going to talk to us about health and wellness. I'm trying to make sure we're not stuck. I hope we're not stuck over there. But so she's going to talk to us about health and wellness on today. If you can hear me and you can see me, why don't you just throw something in the chat just to let me know that you are here and that you do hear and see me. Let me tell you a little bit about Margaret before I bring her on. So Margaret Sledge is a master's level executive that is currently a doctoral candidate pursuing her degree in public health. Margaret is an alumnus of Virginia Commonwealth University with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and an alumnus of Capella University with a Master of Arts in Human Services with a counseling specialization. Margaret has been in the human service field for the past 15 years, helping others in need. At Margaret's humble beginnings, she started as a one-to-one counselor providing direct care to children with significant mood instability. After continuing her education, Margaret is now excited to make a difference in the human services field by shaping policies and implementing change in community-based programs. Margaret spends a lot of her spare time volunteering and in the gym. When Margaret is not in the gym, she enjoys assisting others with meeting health goals by promoting healthy living through her health and wellness business that she recently embarked upon. Margaret is excited to share her knowledge with others to continue to be a shining light every day. Listen, just put your hands together. Help me bring my guest in on today. Hey,
Hey,
Margaret, how are you?
hello. I'm good. How are you? Hello.
I'm
Can you
doing
hear me?
wonderful. Looks
Okay,
like I got a little bit of a delay, so
a little
I can
bit,
hear
but
you. It's a little
we'll
bit of
be
a
fine.
delay.
Yeah, but we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine. So, um, okay, if you guys are out there, just let me know if you can hear me or not, and if you're able to connect. I'm not sure what's going on, so we're gonna keep moving though. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let's get you shared out here. Um, all righty. All right. So we're going to just try to get this moving again and make sure that we're all the way live. We don't want to be halfway live. We want to be all the way live, but it says we're live. So Margaret, just tell us a little bit about yourself on today. Oh goodness, I got so much going on. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What I want to really ask you your first question because I want to just kind of bring you out of the box real quick.
Okay, well,
So
go ahead. Go ahead. Do what you feel
my
is
first
best.
question. Tell us what drives you to the next level because you're a very vibrant person and you have a lot of drive. So I just want to first know what drives you to reach for the next level.
I feel like a lot of what I do and how I do it comes from my mom and dad, I would say. They were very, or and still are very influential in my life. They're awesome, and I just want to, make them proud. Not just that, but how can I be an example to my children? How can I ask them to do their best if I'm not doing my best and I'm not trying to meet every need that I have in my life as well as others? Especially also with guidance from God, honestly, because I wouldn't know what to do. If you would have asked me 5 years ago that I would be doing what I am today, I'd be like, no. So it's not, just
Right,
kind of harkening to that, but just more so tapping into how can I be the best me I can be while also,
right.
make my family proud of that. Because I know that's
Yeah.
something that they really, look towards.
Oh, awesome. So I know that you like you say your family, you guys are very much so into education, and
Yeah.
that's a really important thing for you. So, as we talked about, you have a master's, you have a you're working on your doctorate now
Yes.
in public health. Wow.
Mhm.
So, what are your long-term goals in the public health arena?
So over the years, they have changed, just like the season. You start with one thing in mind and then you evolve to something else. Right now, after finishing my degree, I would like to be a teacher.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of times people get lost in the source and they say, go to school, but you don't know exactly what to go to school for. And if I would have had a teacher like me to say, okay, think about it backwards, then I feel
Mm,
like I would have went different ways. Of course, I still would have met my degree needs, but I also would have, had less schooling I needed, less student loans and all of that, which is something that's always daunting upon the people that
right.
continue higher education.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It is a little bit scary, because people hear about all the, you know, all those student loans and
Yeah,
everything that's out there. But, in the end, you do win. You do
yeah,
win.
you
Because,
definitely do. You
yeah.
definitely do. And that's a blessing of that. And then also
Hmm.
I forgot, I also would like to do like focus more on the holistic health on how to reduce things that are happening in the community that you see through the use
Hmm.
of not just, what we're used to, but also westernized medicine, through oils and things on what is things old medicine. And I want to learn that standpoint people dismiss as a remedy and always go towards medication, which isn't always needed, but sometimes you do.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Every now and again you do. So, how do you feel that this area of public health services beneficial to the community that you're going to serve? I mean, where does it actually, because we hear so many different things about what's going on, even now with the CDC and all of these different things, and people are just so afraid. So, how would you, as a public health professional, be able to really benefit the community that you'll serve?
so I would say, don't take my words out, differently, but in a public health world, the pandemic currently is like, I'm not going to say dream come true, but it's kind of like, how can I put what I've learned in school into real life action? And so
Right.
often you don't get to see that front end unless you work for the CDC. Now in different areas, you get to implement change at where I am now at the mental health level to say, okay, what are the best practices that we can do to help us reduce transmission, as well as help
Mhm.
us to be able to educate the clients that we serve, as well as the staff, because a lot of people are unfortunately ignorant to what we really need to do because of
Mhm.
Facebook and Instagram and the news that might
Mhm.
only show one side. So as a public health person, a professional, I currently am able to help shape policies to help us to be healthier, as well as take the right precautions in order to reduce and stamp out what we're seeing from the pandemic.
Oh, that's awesome. And so you've been on both sides of the spectrum, because you've been on the side of, as working directly with the public, and now you're on the side where you're helping to implement those policies and work on that. So you've seen what's out there and you know what's needed. And so now you can help
Yeah.
bring it to pass, right? That's an awesome avenue to be able to walk into, to help our communities, because we need a lot of help right now.
Definitely.
And when I look at some of the stories that that's in the news, it's just so needed that our professionals need to step up. We can't depend on others, but we need to be able to step up and help, where help is needed.
Definitely.
I got a little feedback there. I'm not sure if you have another device on, and we're getting a little shaky on your video. So
Okay.
just want to
No,
see.
I don't think so. Well, I'll check it. I think maybe I was trying to go into my phone too. Okay, I turned it off.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds better. Yes. All right.
Great.
So, um, you studied psychology and human services. You served as a counselor to many with mood instability and behavioral variances. So let's just talk a little bit about those types of issues and services. Um, right now, through this pandemic, people are just almost not sure if they're coming or going.
Mhm.
Um, and even the person who probably could have considered themselves the sanest of people, they're dealing with a lot of mental instabilities and everything right now. So just talk a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, I would say that during the pandemic or this time, I have seen an increase in depressive symptoms as well as anxiety,
Mhm.
specifically of African American males. This has really tested the limits of a lot of people. And I am happy to say that a lot of people are now reaching out for help more than they were years ago. My purpose with anybody I interact with is more so to say, how can we stamp out the stigma in regards to mental health in order for people to get help? So I like to tell people, if you had a cold for 5 weeks and the cold was
Mhm.
persistent in there, would you not go to the doctor? You
Right.
would. At
Yeah.
that time, you would let the doctor decide what you needed, whether you need to be hospitalized because it might be the flu, or if you needed to go home with just some cold medicine, or maybe just to let it wear off with a cough drop. But at that point, you reached out to a professional and let them help you to make a decision. So that's how we need to look at mental health. And fortunately, people are looking at it that way. We've been getting a lot more calls at my job to be able
Mhm.
to reach out to outpatient therapists, as well as to get crisis help and other things like that, because people are understanding that I can't do this alone. And that's a blessing.
Yeah, you got a little
Hey,
shout out there from Norman Shaw, and
Margaret.
Rachel. Rachel joined us a little while ago. So how do you deal with the stigma? In our community, our people are always told that we need to be strong. You don't need a therapist. You don't need all that. How do you kind of persuade the minds of specifically our Black community to make them understand that it's not a bad thing to seek help?
Well, I would say if it's first going on with, I guess, families, to start with the matriarch and patriarch of the family, to let them understand that, hey, things aren't the same that they used to be before. I know a lot of times hearing that, oh, well, back in my day, we just kept on moving. But are you really whole? Are you
Right.
emotionally scarred? And the answer is yes. And so do you want that for your children? And when you start digging into it, you get the grandmother or the aunt that say, oh, I wish I had the strength you had to go ahead and do that. So from a family aspect, I would say that would be the best thing. And then for people that you might see, it's just normalizing not being okay. It's okay to not be okay.
It's okay.
It definitely is. And my amazing mentor, her name is Tanika Mason. She says that, and I'm okay with that. And I'm like, okay, that is true. That is definitely true. And we have to understand that every day is not going to be a good day. And that's all right.
Right.
And if we think that it is, then that's unrealistic. Just like you're going to say every day for 365 days, I'm not going to have a cough, a runny nose, anything. That's very unrealistic. Right. So how can you put that much strain on your emotional health? It's not, you can't do it.
So how does mental health and physical health impact or interact with each other?
Personally, I feel like it's one and the same. Some people may argue differently, but a lot of times when people are at their best physical health, mentally, they do feel better. And then in some terms, you see that people try to get to a physical point in their life, like, okay, this is what I want, but they're unhealthy because they're striving so hard. So it's kind of like a symbiotic relationship. So you have to feed one another. So if you are somebody that likes to work out a lot, you might have to take a break sometimes just to focus on your mental side by maybe having a spa day, or, maybe getting your feet done, or just sleeping a little bit. But you have to be in tune with your body, not just in what your physical needs are, but your mental health needs. Sometimes your brain is moving a little bit faster than your body, and you have to understand that. But a lot of times when you take care of your mental health, your physical health will also improve. I know some people suffer from acne. A lot of times you can see that acne will decrease when your stress decreases. Wow. As well as with asthma. Myself personally, when I am stressed out, like you said, I was like always energetic and happy because I don't want to have asthma attacks. It definitely does impact your physical health because you're sitting there stressing about things. Your immune system is down. You're very weak because you're stressing about things that's out of your control a lot of times. And as a society, we tend to overthink things. And when you overthink things, your cortisol levels rise and other things, and you eat for no reason. Then you're unhappy. You're not physically fit. It's just a never-ending cycle.
Right. And then you act out in different ways when you're not mentally. I know, like for me, I just had this discussion with someone this week. And, sometimes, I was catching myself and I was getting I would get frustrated with things very easily. And then I would react to things very quickly, and not in a positive way, but more in a negative way. And it was more of that, that mental health piece that I had to come to myself and say, okay, I need to deal with this. I need to deal with this right here, because now I'm acting out in different ways because I'm not dealing with what's really on my mind. So the first person that comes up to me and say the wrong thing, they're gonna get what the last person, may have done, or what the last situation was. That comes out when you encounter the next person. Yeah. So if you don't,
a thing that I have for people, especially my staff, being a supervisor, a lot of times you're listening ear. I'm like, listen, don't give them the keys to your car. Meaning, don't let people drive you crazy. Only you should have the keys to your car.
Absolutely. I told my boss last night, she's kind of new to, and she said something to me, and I said, listen, I I remember when I worked at the VA hospital, and my manager told us that she believed that everyone should take a mental health day at least once a month. And she encouraged us, take a day off. You deserve it, or take a half a day off or something. You deserve it, because if you don't, all of that pressure just keeps building and building and building. And then you're saving up all of this vacation time, but really it becomes sick time because you've overworked yourself and everything. So, take a moment, do something. So I told her I don't mind taking a day off here and there.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I
I
agree.
mean, yeah. So, what do you do to promote your own mental health after working with everyone else's problems throughout the day?
I like to listen to music on the way home. I like to run my trap with my mama on the phone. That's helpful. And then I really love to work out. I like even during the pandemic and different things. I'm not back in the gym fully yet. I work out in the living room. I put some music on, run up and down the steps. That's very much a stress reliever. And before the pandemic, I would just leave it all on the weights. I like to lift very heavy because I feel like I've accomplished something, and I kind of forget what I came in there for. And that's
Mm.
really how it goes. That's my best mental health. It's like the best for me.
So, earlier you mentioned something faith based. So tell us how faith and spirituality can sometimes also, or can play a part in mental wellness as well. Just talk about that a little bit.
Here recently, I've been personally doing different plans, reading in the Bible. Just sitting here looking at and thinking about uncertainty, next steps, and things like that. And I feel that because I have such a strong faith base, I am able to, say, okay, today wasn't a great day. Like, for example, today was the worst day ever.
Oh,
Back years ago or even months ago that I might have been in tears somewhere or very, down, or might even call saying, listen here, Gwen, I can't make it tonight because it's a bad day. But
right.
because my faith is so strong and I have those outlets, I've been able to delve into the Bible to be able to see, okay, I can see how this will work out. And a lot of
Mhm.
times things that you feel like you know everything, God knows everything. It's up to him and his plan. I know nothing. I'm just going along with what the next steps are that God says that is appropriate for me and my family.
Yeah, and that's really good because people often are afraid again of dealing with people in the mental health profession because they feel like they're not going to speak faith. But just because you're in the mental health profession does not mean you don't speak faith.
No, you can't bring it up, but if they do, the door's open. And of course, you can't get all crazy
No,
about
but
it.
yeah, but I don't mean even to them, but just even like you yourself don't believe it.
Okay, no.
Yeah, they think
It
that
might
you.
be a little unconventional, but sometimes you got to be radical about
Mhm.
your light, letting it shine. If you
Yeah,
were into other things in the world, you wouldn't be sad about telling that. So everybody knows that at work, I'm a Bible thumper. Why you dress up like you? Because I do. Modesty is cool. So, that's something that you just have to, exude from you. And
right,
when you shine like that, people can't help but notice it. And that's what my job is, to make sure that my light is always shining.
right. Yeah. All right. So, tell us a little bit about this. You are the regional director of Second Chance Comprehensive Services. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that program.
So think about your dream job. That's what this is. So,
I need to come up there.
Um, so Second Chances Comprehensive Services has been around for about 10 years now. I work for an amazing company. It is a Black-owned company of wonderful people that just care about the community. We actually just went through our CARF accreditation, so we're waiting to hear back from that. But historically, we've gotten 3-year CARF accreditation of being able to say basically that we provide amazing work. We do definitely put our imprint in the community. People know us. And they know that we go above and beyond for everybody. And if anybody knows me, know how much I love my grandmother. And I like to say, what if this was my grandma that needed help?
Right.
I would want her to have the best care. And that's not just my motto, but that's also my staff's motto as well as the owner's motto. We provide mental health services in the home, crisis stabilization, intensive in-home for kids in the home, outpatient services as well. And we also have a residential services home in Petersburg. So we're touching on a lot of different entities. And my job there is just to make sure that policy align with what's going on currently, as well as people are actually doing what they're supposed to do. A lot of times you have companies that might say they're doing something and they're not. And it's not specifically because of the people that are higher up, it's for this frontline people. But what I do is I make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to do. And we actually are interacting with our clients in an appropriate manner, as well as engaging with our staff. So this week coming up, we have a breakfast that we're having. And I called out to everybody and texted everybody just to let them know, hey, we're having breakfast, come on down. And that's for our staff, just to let them know we appreciate them. This is the hard time. We're frontline workers. We want you to know that we appreciate you. We provide them with PPE, we do ongoing training, and we provide them with support. So it's a great job. So and we have 4 offices throughout the state, one in Hopewell, Emporia, Hampton, and Virginia Beach. And I oversee all 4 of those.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you go into the home.
Yes, not specifically, but our contractors and our counselors, they go into the home and provide services to people that might have mood instability, maybe some psychotic features at times. For our crisis services, people that are having exacerbation of mental health issues due to having being newly homeless and things like that. We provide assistance with them as well, and that's usually more intense, 7 hours a day, things like that, for at least a week or 2.
Now, how do you get your referrals or,
So I took my bubbly personality around town and I talk to people. And a lot of times we tell them, what we do. And then, basically you show and prove. You could talk a good game all day, but until you show and prove, and you say, I got somebody in the ER right now. And I say, okay, put them on. I'll take them.
Okay.
And then you remember that versus the person that said, oh, I got something next week. Nope, I got it right now. And so we promote that. We have like no wait assessments if it is an emergency, as well as just having people that actually care and they'll meet you where you are.
Wow, that's awesome. So we got a few minutes left. So let's talk about your health and wellness business that you have, because you're not only this great regional director, but you also promote health and wellness.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I am a Arbonne consultant. We are a vegan-based company, just hit our 40-year anniversary. What I do is I help people learn how to become healthier and stay healthier by using vegan-based products that don't have any soy, any whey, any dairy or anything like that. And it's not just for nutrition. We also have a skincare line as well as hair. I use the skincare for myself. I don't really have time to put on makeup because I'm busy with a new baby. So I don't do that, but I do use the skincare line. And a lot of times I get random compliments about my face, like, oh, I switched to Arbonne. And then also with Arbonne, the culture is just so rich in Christianity. It's just a great place to be in. A lot of times we are devoting a lot of our times in our meetings to making sure that what we're doing is backed up by scripture and prayer as well, which is something that aligns with my faith as well. And I get to meet new people and help them to meet their goals. So it's amazing.
Wow, that's great. So the Arbonne products, you sell the products?
Oh, yeah, I sell the products. I have a website as well that I work off of. I do one-on-one sessions with people if they have questions about how to meet their goals, as well as I could host small, because of the pandemic, small like spa parties or fit parties where I can showcase some of the different products that we do have. I've personally lost a lot of inches from it, as well as helped me to improve my energy. And that was something that was helpful for me because being so busy, I needed something to help me pick me up, in the morning and the evening. I'm still going, trying to do everything that I do every day.
Yeah. So I didn't get your exact, but I did get this website, which is the overall website, and they can search you as a consultant, correct?
Yes, Margaret Sledge. And then also I can drop it in the comments if you want me to, or I also
that'd be great.
send it to you if you want to put it up, because that will go to, it's a lot of people there. So, but if I give you my specific website, it'll go to me, and then you can email me any questions or anything like that as well.
Okay. Yeah, you can drop it in the comments. That'll be great. And that way, if anybody has any questions about it, so not only can they buy products, but they can also talk to you about maybe becoming a rep, right?
Yes, definitely. I'm always looking to grow my team, my dream team. And if anybody is interested, just let me know. It's an amazing company to work for. And I love it, honestly, as well. I don't know how I was so blessed to have two amazing places I work for.
Right. Yeah, you just living the life.
I am. I'm living the dream.
And that's good. That's good. So how much longer before we get to call you Dr. Margaret?
Well, I am commencing on in October the 20th to be able to start my capstone project, which is similar to the dissertation phase, and that's all I have done. So I'm considered now a doctoral candidate, all but dissertation.
Oh,
So after I finish that, so I'm giving myself a year, and that's a very aggressive year at the most, because I'm done. I can't be doing this forever.
so how are you finding time as a mom and a new mom? Again, your second time. And you got a very, very vibrant, how old is your oldest daughter?
She's 7. She's very vibrant. And then the youngest, she is 6 months. The 7-year-old definitely helps with the 6-month-old. I do have an amazing parent partner that's helpful. I have a supportive mom, actually a supportive sister-in-law that's right here, right now, helping me out.
Okay.
So it's definitely all about the support networks that you have and the natural supports that you have. And I feel like it wouldn't be doable without them. And then just a lot of time management.
Yeah, and that's really important. So I'm glad that you have joined us on today. And so you working and helping others with their problems. You're helping others with their health and wellness, and you're running and taking care of your own health and wellness. Oh goodness. So what is your desire for the audiences that you encounter on platforms like this? What would you want them to take away from you when they hear you speak?
I would like them to take away that, let me see. I thought about this a lot. Let me see. That one, I guess the things that I've learned throughout life is that what's important to you is important to you. You have to place your desires and your goals in front of you and picture it and work towards them. I feel like I'm a phenom or anything like that, but I have accomplished a lot of goals in my short amount of time being here. And I feel like that's definitely because of my mom and dad pushing me. I graduated from high school when I was 16. I graduated from college when I was 20. I had my master's when I was 23. But that was all because I had such a great support system pushing me on and somebody egging me on. So if anybody knows anything about what I'm saying tonight, just know that sometimes if it's not you that's shining, you have to be a great support to that other person that's in your family or even a friend to help them shine. So now it's my time to give back to somebody else to help push them through and help them to understand how important it is for them to be an example for the next generation.
Oh, that is so awesome. Well, listen, we really enjoyed talking with you today. Well, not we. I am not.
I mean, I feel like the chat is booming. We've been talking.
The chat is going. Yeah. They're over here chatting a little bit too. You got Regina Hawkins has joined us. And she said, hey. And then we have your amazing mom, Sheila, and she's joined us and she said, hey. So we're so glad to have everybody that has joined us on today. So I'm again thankful that you joined us. Now, how can people reach you besides the Arbonne if they wanted to talk about the Second Chance Comprehensive Services? I did put your email here, so pop it up.
Okay. It can be done through my email. Oh, the Arbonne website, you found it?
No, the other one. Yeah, regional.
Okay. I can be reached at my email, which is msledge at the number 2ndccs.com.
Sure I
As
got it
well
right.
as, yep, there you go. And I can be reached at our work phone. And we have a website as well, at 804-733-1180. Right now, I am sitting at the front desk because we're looking for a new administrative assistant. So you will definitely get me from there. If not, I'm usually at one of our other offices. I try to meet it out and go see my other kids at the other offices at least once a month or twice a month.
So y'all heard that. Somebody looking for a job, administrative
Yes, we
assistant.
are hiring.
Come correct now.
Agencies as well. We are growing and thriving. It is such a blessing. A lot of people didn't make it through the pandemic, but it is such a blessing that we have been able to make it and continue to grow.
Yeah, come on, correct. Bring your resume on. Email it to Margaret.
On Facebook, email it. I'll take it anyway.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to follow up with you again a little bit later after you finish your schooling. Here's the other website for the products that she sells. So we're going to follow up with you. Hopefully next year, this time, we'll be able to have an amazing talk with the doctor.
Yes, I'll have to send you an invite to my party that I'm planning already for this. Okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I didn't celebrate the other ones, but I'm gonna celebrate this one.
Celebrate.
The last one I'm gonna celebrate. I might even go to the graduation this time.
Well, listen, the important thing is that you did it, and we're so proud of you. I've been knowing you for a very long time and watching you, and you have just always been a jewel anyway. So thank you again, and give my love to the family. All
Definitely
right.
will. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yes, Regina, all y'all, everybody in the chat can come. Okay.
Yes. Somebody, let's see. We got one more comment. Oh, that's what Regina said. I'm there. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, family and friends, you've seen it there. You've seen it there. We had our great Margaret Sledge with us, and I'm so glad that you joined us on today. Listen, I want to remind you all that we have so many great shows coming up. I have so many great people that will be joining me in the month of October. So don't forget to share and let your friends know about it. You can share this recording right here so they can learn a little bit more about Margaret. But we also have some great people coming up soon. And also, I'd like to remind you that my new book is out, and you can purchase it on Amazon.com. It's called Let the Vision Speak by moi, Gwen Finley. So go on over there and look for it. I got another shipment coming in hopefully tomorrow. So I will have a few more limited books. So anyone who has not gotten their book yet, if you're interested in getting a book, it will be autographed. Just hit me up. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up by my email address. My website is here, and you can also send me a message on newgpraiseproductions.com. newgpraiseproductions.com. That's my name backwards if you hadn't heard. New G is Gwen spelled backwards. newgpraiseproductions.com. So go ahead and send me a message if you're looking for a autographed copy of the book. If you get it online, it's not going to be autographed, but it'll still come to your home. So again, I thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Remember that God is in control, and everything that he has promised you, it belongs to you. Just reach up and grab it. He loves you, and he wants to bless you.